getting it wrong. All we need to do is to reimagine the way that we build new places and the way that we fix old places. And there are two things that we have to get right. One is the structure of the built environment. This stuff, I mentioned that in a sec. The other thing is the nature of the planted environment. So what we're doing wrong is that any flower bed you pass in London may be beautiful, it may not be, but it may be, but it will be pointlessly decorative, biologically useless. What we're not doing is filling our cities with food. Every bit of landscaping should be edible. Everything needs to be edible. Everything can be a food plant and still beautiful. It can still be something that's pleasing aesthetically. So we say, isn't that a lovely flower bed? But it can be full of foliage, pollen, nectar, seeds, fruits that will support a biological network. So we're looking for spikes of ecological diversity in every single flower bed, and it can be done.
Okay.
Next to it, we need places where small wildlife, we're talking about invertebrates mainly, but not just invertebrates, songbirds, bats, reptiles too, less so amphibians because they're more complicated. We need places where they can breed, where they can overwinter, or where they can hibernate, where they can find refuge, where they can display, because that might be a really important part of the way that they function. Our built environments are horrible. They're sterile, smooth and sealed. What we're interested in is making architecture more interesting in a way that actually allows species to colonise surfaces. That doesn't mean that there are nettles everywhere, that buildings fall apart because the root system has invaded the fabric of your home. It simply means incorporating new textures in the built world that complement the planting, food plants here, refuge here. We're overwintering habitat here, pollen source there. And once we start connecting up our built and planted urban environments, it becomes biologically activated. Wildlife moves through the city. We see it, we're happy about that. It improves our well-being. We just need to reconstruct urban spaces. We can fix old ones by doing that, just by patching them. It hasn't got to be everything everywhere, we can patch them. And we can build new places by incorporating some of these new design ideas, some of these new planting ideas.
Okay, so Ian, what does the future look like?
It looks
wow.
like, not all of it. It is more ornamental, it is more textured. We're going to bring back, we think we should bring back, ornament into our urban world. Architecture has become boring or ludicrously grand, comical almost. We need to bring back simple ornament in a way that is pleasing to the eye, wonderful for wildlife. And the way that we do it, the way that we choose to use it, is to fold space. We want to fold large areas into very small areas. Origami is the best way of doing it.
Yeah.
So we use folding paper techniques to scrunch up large spaces into small spaces, creating an enormous complexity of surface, so that this will change the way that air moves, change the way that water moves. It will provide a platform for mobile organisms to actually colonise. The air is full of aerial plankton, it's just stuff full of life moving through all the time. Landing on here, there's a chance that it can actually begin to colonise. And so we can use folded paper templates to produce just a tiny little sample, more complicated structural surfaces. So this is a direct link to architecture and engineering. It's no less stable, it's no less safe. It has interesting insulation properties as well, so there's maybe a safety angle to it too. But essentially it provides a more interesting surface for us and a better surface for wildlife to make use of.